friend, welcome. Happy October. I can't even believe it's October already, but we are going to talk about September. We're going to live in the past a little bit today and talk about 50. Oh my goodness, I can't even believe it. 50 items that sold for $20 or more in September, and then at the end, we'll chat about all my numbers. So if you don't understand what I'm talking about, I'm Jen. I am a reseller on eBay. So I go to thrift stores, yard sales, and I buy mostly clothes, some other things, and I sell them on eBay for a profit. And I have so much fun doing it. I've been doing it for just a year and I've just been having so much fun. So I'm going to try to not edit very much. So if I say and I click my tongue and things like that, that's me. I am gonna try and go fast, so hang with me. So the first thing that sold were these Soma bras. Soma is kind of an expensive brand. They sold for $20. If I can find bras in the same kind of style, brand, price, not price, size, I will lot them together, and it seems to work really well. I enjoy selling bras. So I bought these for $5 at a garage sale, and my profit on them was $12.29. This Bowden dress was so cute. It sold for $33. I did pay $7.20 for it at a Goodwill, but my profit was $21.89. The Star Wars sweater. We're a Star Wars family. We're very into Star Wars. Okay, I'm along for the ride, but we like Star Wars. Anyway, this sold actually a global shipping sale, so they paid a lot more than $29.97. But I found this at a Salvation Army rummage sale. I paid $1.46. That was like the average cost of goods, and my profit was $23.91, which is amazing. Okay, this is one of those like extra things. We like to camp, and the last time we went camping, not the last time, 2 times ago, our tent had like 3 problems, and my husband was like, we're throwing it away. And I was like, it felt wasteful. I was like, the poles are fine. I wonder if I can sell them. I sold them. I sold them for $24.97. They were free. Well, I mean, they cost us money, but they were ours. My profit on it after fees and shipping was $14.88. When I'm saying my profit, it is the eBay puts into my account what the buyer paid for the item plus the shipping that they paid, and then I pay the shipping label out of that. They take the fees out of that, and then I also take my cost of goods out of that, and then that number is my profit, just so you know. These are Judy blue jeans. I was so excited when I found these at a garage sale. I paid $5 for them. The buyer bought them for $20, and my profit was $12.40. This forecaster jacket was like not jacket, it's a coat, like a wool trench coat. It was really nice. My neighbor gave me so many of her clothes, and this was something that she gave me. The buyer bought it for $30, and my profit was $27.85. Sometimes that feels off. No, that would be about right. Okay, I don't know. I think sometimes it feels a little off because I do calculated shipping, and so sometimes the buyer pays more in shipping than I actually pay in shipping, and so then I feel like, I don't know. I don't know if calculated shipping is the right way to do it, but it works really well for me. So I'm going with it. These are like tactical pants, and they were ripstop. They were brand new. The brand was like Archon, Archon, which was like a nothing brand, but they still sold for $20.78. I bought them at a garage sale for $5, and so my profit was $12.67. This dress was smocked and handmade, and my mom told me that my grandmother used to smock all my dresses, and apparently she was really well known for that. So now I want to go through, like, I have, you know, a bin of keepsakes in my attic. Now I want to go through it and see if I have any smock stuff. not to sell, to like keep. So I don't know. Anyway, I bought this at a garage sale for $2. It sold for $25.97, and my profit was $19.80. Also the year I was born. Okay, we'll talk about that in a minute. All right, the next thing are these Keen's men's utility shoes. So I probably could have gotten more for these, but they had some issues. Nothing major, but they just weren't perfect. So they sold for $22.55. I found them at the bins, the Goodwill outlet where you pay by the pound. They were quite heavy, so when I calculated my average cost of goods, and what I mean when I say that is like the amount I paid for everything, and then I divide that by how many items I have. Well, when I did this average cost of goods for this binge trip, I kind of like made the shoes worth like 4 items because they were so heavy. So I put my cost of goods as $7.16, and then my profit was $12.72. So not bad. These are Tommy Hilfiger jeans. They were Y2K style, like very baggy, lightweight. They had a ripped belt loop, or else I probably could have gotten like $10 to $15 more out of them. This like Y2K style, these sold really fast, even with the ripped belt loop, which was amazing, for $27. I love it. I love stuff like that. I also found that these at the Goodwill outlet the last time I went, and I paid $2.52. That was my average cost of goods. That was a little high, but it was because I had bought a lot of things for my kids' consignment sale that I am a part of twice a year, and it's coming up like it's next week. So I had bought a lot of stuff for that, and I kind of just priced that as free and then ate that cost into all my other things. All of that doesn't matter, but I'm telling you anyway. Anyway, my profit on these jeans was $21.08, and like I said, they sold really fast. I found this at a Goodwill. It's a soft surroundings, like tunic kind of up top, but it was purple velvet. It was very cool looking. And so the buyer paid $21. I found it at a Goodwill. It must have been like a half off sale because I only paid $2.85 for it, which is a little bit for a Goodwill. But anyway, my profit was $14.83. Chico's. I love Chico's. I buy Chico's probably too much. This Chico's Traveler's jacket, it was new, and it was like sheer and gold and shimmery. It was really pretty. I bought it at a local thrift store that benefits the Humane Society. I paid $1.25 for it. And so the buyer paid $20, and my profit was $16.62. Okay, I'm gonna talk about vintage baby kid dresses, right? Okay, I love vintage kid stuff. Oshkosh overalls, absolutely my favorite. If I could find them all day, every day, I would. But these little baby dresses, I've sold a couple, and for like, this one sold for $25.97. I also did just take a couple out of my inventory to put into my kids' consignment sale. I'm not gonna get nearly as much on eBay, but for some reason they just weren't selling on eBay, and I was kind of like, I'm gonna pull them. I pulled them, and then I sold these two, and I was like, maybe I should put them back. I don't know. I'm not going to, but I am going to keep looking, keep an eye out for these little dresses. So this one sold for $25.97. I found it at a garage sale for $2. My profit was $19.26. This I also found at my most recent binge trip. It is Nuumu, Nuumu is the brand. And it looked just like a polyester dress, and I really didn't know what it was. So when I got home and I looked it up, I was like, oh my goodness, you've got to be kidding me. It sold for $40 pretty quickly. I listed it for $50. So $40 would have been like an offer that I had sent. So I paid $2.52 for it. So my profit was $32.63. This was so lightweight. It probably in reality cost me less than $1. So this is a Kate Spade bathing suit. I found it at a local thrift store for $3.15, like on a half off day. The buyer paid $20 for it and my profit was $14.04. I probably could have gotten more for it in May or June, but it's September and it was a bikini. So I, wanted to sell it. These Ariat jeans I also found at the bins recently. So a lot of things that sold from my most recent bin strip, which was great. I mean, that's what we want to see happen, right? These sold for $22.48. I paid $2.52 and my profit was $18.38. Again, I probably could have gotten more for them, but they were very worn, like very. So my foot's falling asleep. There we go. I'm still really, really happy with that. Okay. I did not do a haul video for this, but I should have because this sale was so good. I went to, there's a store in another town that I randomly happened in one day when I was running an errand for my husband. And this was like in January and I happened to be there on their half off day and it was like a Tuesday. I was like, okay. And it was really good. And I was there like in the afternoon and I was like, I keep finding like really good things. And so now about every other month I've gone and I like walk in when they open on their half off day just because it's that good. It's about a 45-minute drive, but it's worth it. So I found fry boots. I mean, like they were beautiful, absolutely beautiful. There was one little rip in the heel in the leather. And so I listed them at $49. I think I could have listed, I know I could have listed them higher because they sold within an hour. Full price. They were so pretty. $49.97. Amazing. So this is what's even more amazing. I only paid $5 for them. They were listed at $10, or they were priced at $10 and I paid $5 for these fry boots. They were so beautiful. Anyway, when I got up to the cash register, the like manager came out and lifted them up and like looked at them and I thought she was gonna take them away from me. I was like, what's going on? She's like, I just wanted to see how these were priced. And I almost wanted to be like, yeah, you probably could have priced them higher, but I wasn't about to do that. So it's a store that benefits a mission. So maybe I should have said, yeah, next time you get some fry boots, price them at 20, at least 25. I may have still bought them for $10, Okay, this also came from the bins. It was a Top Gun jacket. I mean, very fake. I think it was like a Spirit Halloween costume. It was very much a costume jacket. But Maverick came out this summer. It was just good timing. It sold for $25. I bought it for $2.52, so my profit was $19.75. Another bikini. Bikinis in September. I mean, people go on vacation. It's not fall everywhere, so sure, I'll sell bikinis in September. This one was Venus. I don't really know that brand, but sometimes when they just look nicer, I'm gonna look them up. This was like sparkly and it was kind of cool. So it sold for $20. I did buy it at the bins for $1.80. That was the cost of goods that day, the average cost of goods. So my profit was $16.02, which is pretty great. All right, this is a belt. I have never bought a belt. That's not true. My most recent bin strip, I did buy a belt. But my dad and stepmom have moved recently and they are like cleaning out closets and stuff and they keep sending me stuff, which is amazing. My dad sent me 4 belts. And I tell you what, I'm gonna start really looking for belts because I've already sold 2 of them. That's great. This is a Tommy Bahama. It was like braided leather. I don't know, it was pretty cool. It sold for $20 and it was free for me because my dad just sent it to me and my profit was $17.86. So thanks, Dad. This was a Banana Republic wool blazer, like a cardigan. So it was like a blazer look, but like a sweater feel. Does that make sense? The buyer paid $25.97. I bought it at a local thrift store for $5.30. Probably, I bought this pretty early on and I probably paid too much for it, but I mean, I still profited $17.23. So maybe I didn't pay too much. These were corks, and corks were by Corkies, which is Korkease, which apparently is like a good shoe brand, like a comfort shoe. These were really cute, like a wedge heel sandal kind of thing, and they sold for $25. I found them at the bins for $3.58. That was that same trip that I did weird pricing for myself for my average cost of goods, and so my profit was $18.87. These were Converse All-Star, like Chucks, and they had like a rainbow and a unicorn on them. They were little kid size, like not little kid, probably I would say like a 10-year-old probably would have worn them. And they sold for $20. I bought them at That Kid's consignment sale that I told you about earlier, and I bought them for $3.38. So my profit was $14.43. So pretty good. I went to my favorite thrift store the last time, I don't know if it was the last time I went, but recently. And there's like 3 things from that trip in here that are so good. This one was good. A Burberry London shirt, button up, and it was impeccable. There was nothing wrong with it. It barely looked worn. I paid 77 cents for it. That blows my mind. So let's see. I listed it for $85.95. There was an exact sold comp, exact, same size, same print, everything, and that was what it sold for. So that's what I listed it for. And somebody offered, like within 2 hours, I got an offer really low, like 40 maybe. It was low. And I talked to my husband about it. I'm like, I mean, I still would make a lot of money with $40. I just don't know what to do. And he was like, why don't you counter at like 70? I was like, okay, I can do that. So I countered at 70 and lost the sale. 2 days later, somebody came and bought it full price. So you know what? I'll take that. That's fine. I don't mind losing a $70 sale to get an $85 one. So my profit was $71.99 on that Burberry shirt, just a button up. This is a Colts sweatshirt. I live in the Midwest. The Colts are from Indianapolis. They are a football team. It was a really nice, like thick, hooded sweatshirt. And it sold for $28.78, and I bought it at the bins for $1.80, and my profit was $23.35. Amazing. This is Riverdale. I think it's a TV show. I don't know. My sister sent this to me. She sends me some cool stuff occasionally. She is, she's just good like that. And she said it's like a popular TV show. I don't know. It was not real leather, but it was just like a moto kind of bomber jacket. I guess not bomber, moto looking. And let's see, it's over $23.18. My sister sent that to me for free, and my profit was $20.16. So thank you, Melanie. Okay, these were vintage Levi's silver tab. Silver tab is something that I will buy if I find them because they sell. I think I've sold every silver tab jeans that I have. These sold for $23.98. I bought them at a garage sale for $2, and my profit was $19.09. I used to pick out every single pair of Levi's that I could find. That's not the case anymore. I'm working on it, doing better. The silver tab was worth it. Okay, this is another one of the shirts that I bought at my favorite thrift store that day. This is a Tommy Bahama polo shirt. And it was Supima cotton. So cotton is, you know, cotton. Pima cotton is like a better cotton. I don't know why it's better. But then Supima is like even better. This was new with tags, but it smelled like smoke. Awful. Awful smelled like smoke. I put it in a bag. I put peppermint tea bags in. I put them in like Ziploc bags, and I put peppermint tea bags in items that smell like smoke, and it does help. It's not perfect, but it helps. But this sold for $39.98 very quickly, and I disclosed that it smelled like smoke, so I didn't get positive feedback, but they didn't leave me negative either, so we'll go with it. This is Levi's again, but this was like a black denim kind of corduroy jacket, and it sold for $25. I bought it at my favorite thrift store a different day, so my average cost of goods that day was 45 cents, and my profit was $22.51. These were 511 tactical pants, and I think I've sold all of my 511s that I found, so that is something that I do buy when I find them. I sold them for $20. I've bought them at a local thrift store for $2.50, and my profit was $14.02. You can tell I've been talking for a while. I'm getting mixed up in my words. I think I'm more than halfway done. These were the limited. These are mom jeans. They were vintage. They were very cool. Very small, like a size 2. But they sold for $22.48. I bought them at a garage sale. My average cost of goods that day was $3.54, and my profit was $16.03. These were offline. Aerie, I think, is Aerie Aeropostale like a off-brand of Aeropostale? I'm not really sure. I don't mean off-brand. I mean like a sub-brand. Anyway, these were like leggings, but shorts, bike shorts, I guess I would call them. They were brand new. They had tags on them. They sold for $20. I bought them at a garage sale for $1, and my profit was $16.11. This was a very cool, like linen, oversized. It was a 3X, like blouse tunic. It was really long. It was really cool looking. I bought it. Where did I buy it? At a local thrift store for $2.50. I sold it for $20, and my profit was $14.62. These, I love selling scrubs. These were brand new with tags and a set. The brand was Wonder Wink or Wonder Flex, I don't know. It's not like Figs would be the one that I would be really excited about, but these still sold as a set for $23.37. I paid $4 for them at a garage sale. I think it was because like it was like $2 per piece or something like that, which is fine. $18.02 was my profit. Then this sold as a, like, the buyer bought more than one thing, which was really cool. That's actually happened 2 times this week also, so I'm really excited about that. I like it when people buy more than one item. So I'm just going to talk about the wetsuit because the Torrid technically wasn't more than $15. But this wetsuit jacket I found at that thrift store with the half off sale in another town, and I paid $2.50 for it. So it was not branded, but it was in really good condition. Like, it did not seem worn at all. And I paid $25 for it. My profit was $18.21. Yeah, so that was good. This is a Talbot's cardigan. I buy Talbot's cardigans a lot. I don't sell them a lot, but I do sell them in this case right here. So, I just messed up. There we go. This sold for $22. I bought it at my favorite thrift store for 77 cents. That was that same trip with the Burberry. And so my profit was $18.79. Then this vest I found at the Goodwill bins, and that was $2.52. So just my last trip there. This was reversible fleece, very, very thick. It had a brand in the pocket. If something's reversible, you can often find the tags in the pocket. So it had a brand. It was like something Society. I don't remember off the top of my head. Anyway, it had like women with sayings like, I'm trying to think of what, like, I don't know. It basically was like talking about getting old, but these women all have red hats. And I don't know if you know this, but there is something called the Red Hat Society, and it is like an older ladies club. I don't really know much about it other than I know someone who was at one point, part of the Red Hat Society. And so I was like, oh, that's pretty cool. There was nothing similar listed. So I listed it at $29.97. I probably could have gone higher because it sold really fast. The reversible side, the black side, was so linty and I could not get it off. I spent probably a half an hour on that darn thing. And I mean, I just said the black side is linty in the listing. It still sold really fast. My profit on it was $24.54. So pretty good. I just have like 10 more, all right? So this, oh my goodness. I have a small but mighty haul, and this was one of the mighty. This was a Howler Brothers. So it was just like a Western looking shirt with like some embroidery. And I was like, oh, that's pretty cool. Looked it up, worth like 150 bucks. Insane. So I got, I listed it for $200. I got an offer for $75 after about a month, and I just went back and forth. I was like, I don't know what to do. I ended up countering. I was like, if it was 100, I would have taken 150. It was weird because I have my like I have an automatic decline on my best offers on eBay, and this was, for some reason, it didn't automatically decline it. So I don't know, that happened to me today too. So I don't know if there's something like when they counter offer, it doesn't automatically decline. I'm not really sure. So anyway, I counter offered at $125 and they did accept at $125. So I spent $5 on this shirt and my profit was $99.87. 13 cents shy of $100 on a shirt. Amazing. This is a Pendleton blazer. This one was vintage and like wool. It was really nice. It sold for $29. I bought it for $2 at a Salvation Army rummage sale. In my town, we don't have a thrift store, Salvation Army thrift store. We just have a church, and they do like quarterly garage sales, rummage sales, and they're so good. So good. I've gone 3 times. I just went last week and it was good. Okay. So let's see, $23.99 was my profit on that. And then this is another Pendleton blazer, completely different like in style. This one was wool, but the other one was like a fuzzy wool. And this one was more like a suit coat wool. Does that make sense? I don't know. Anyway, this sold for $35. This one was brand new with tags, like dead stock, because I believe it was still vintage as well. I bought it at that thrift store in another town for $3, and my profit was $29.14. And let's see, I do have a couple like interesting sales, not necessarily low, but I'm going to talk about those at the end, so hang on. This was a vintage like quilt textile vintage, like a jacket, like a blazer. It was very cool. It sold for $29.97. I bought it for 20 cents at my favorite thrift store. Oh my word. My profit was $25.37. This was an Orvis fleece vest. Vests, I don't know. I feel like I don't sell vests, but then I sold 2 in September. So this sold for $20. I bought it at the bins for $1.80 was my average cost of goods. And my profit was $16.13. And then this also came from my small but mighty thrift haul. This was Johnny Was t-shirt. It was just like it was bamboo, but it was a t-shirt. There was no embroidery on it. It was really cute. $50 is what it sold for. And I'm really happy with that. I bought it for $2.50 at a local thrift store, and my profit was $41.56. Amazing. These I paid up for, more than 20 cents or $2. I did pay $8.30, but I comped these at the store. They were Levi's, and like I said, I'm learning what Levi's are good and what Levi's are, just not as good. But $5.27, remember that number, $5.27. They sold within a day, for $39.97. That was what I listed them for. My profit was $26.53. So I'll take that. And then last week at the rummage sale, at the Salvation Army rummage sale, I found another pair. Not new, they were used, but that's okay. Another Levi's coat, and this one was Sherpa lined and vintage, very cool. It sold very fast for $41.98. It was not perfect, so I probably could have gotten more. It was an international sale, and so the buyer paid much more than that with shipping, probably around $100. I bought it at a local thrift store for $3.50, and my profit was $34.52. And then this I found at the bins. I paid $1.80 for it, and it was like a wool. It said cashmere on the label, but it wasn't like the fabric label. So I don't know for sure that it was made of cashmere, but it sold for $104.98. I did have this for a while. I think the $1.80 binge trip was May. So I paid, yeah, my profit was $92.75. This was a Carhartt camo shirt. I just recently bought this at a garage sale for $3. It sold for $22. My profit was $18.58. And this morning I sold another one exactly like it because I bought two for $25. So camo Carhartt. These I found at a garage sale. I paid $3, like $1 for each of them, but it was a set of these wildlife fact files, and I don't remember where, but I heard someone talking about them, and I was like, oh. So anyway, I listed them for like $100, I think. I sold them for $69.98, which was good. My profit was $52.32. And then this is a Wrangler button-up. It had like silhouettes of cowboys. It was very, very cool looking, very sharp. It was pearl snaps, but the pearl snaps were black. It was just really cool. It sold for $25.18. I paid $1 for it at my favorite thrift store, and my profit was $22.73. Amazing. So let's talk about couple interesting. So I am a homeschool mom, and when we were starting our school year, I went through all our homeschool curriculum, and I had a bunch that I just didn't want to save anymore. And my husband was like, why don't you list it? And I was like, oh yeah, that's a good idea. So I went through, I didn't just list all of it. I did go through, and anything that I thought I could sell for more than like $10 and had a decent sell-through rate. Like, I was looking for like a 50% sell-through rate. Anyway, I sold 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 items. 2 of them were over $20. So I'll put that here. But I would have missed out on, let's see, 15, 25, 30, 45. I would have missed out on like $60 in profit if I had just like donated this homeschool curriculum. So my suggestion, I guess, my word of advice from this newbie is, if you have stuff at home that you're looking to get rid of, check it. See if it's worth money. It might be worth some money. And, you know, it worked. It worked for me. And then there are 2 other sales that I wanted to just kind of highlight in a weird way. I don't know. I sold this Victoria like sleep set, and I mean, decent money. I could not find the top to it. I found the pants. The shirt should have been with the pants. I don't know. I don't know how it disappeared. I have a pretty good inventory system. It's not perfect, but it was so frustrating that I couldn't find this, because I had to message the buyer and say, I can't find this shirt. Do you want me to cancel it? And of course they did. So I lost out on, you know, $18. It's kind of a bummer. And then Gretchen, the Restless Thrifter, has been selling a lot of tights lately, and I found these tights at a local thrift store for $1, and I was like, I'll try it. So they were like red fishnet thigh highs, and they sold super fast for $6.98. So I made $5.37 on them. Amazing. So, you know, while I'm trying to find things that are going to give me a larger profit, more like, you know, $15 or $20, still $5. It didn't take me long to ship. It didn't take me long to photograph. It didn't take me long to list. It was just worth it. So let's talk about my overall numbers for the month. I sold 153 items. That's up 2% from last month, from August. My average, this is what's really good for me. My average sale price was $28.16. That's up 16% from last month. I think I was around $24. And obviously I sold a lot of higher priced items, so that's really good. My gross sales were $4,308.64. That's not my profit. That's how much they sold for on eBay. And then my profit was $24.38. Let's try that again. $2,438.74. That is up $500 from last month. Last month, my profit was $1,926. So I'm very pleased with that. My goal is to make about $2,000 so that I can put 1,000 of that into my family's budget for, you know, dance class and soccer fees and what. I have 4 kids, you know, homeschool curriculum. And so my average profit per item, if I take that $2,438 and divide it by 153 items, my average profit is $12.59. I'm working hard to get that higher, but you know, I was really excited 6 months ago when it was at $7. So $12 is fantastic. My cost of goods, if I take the actual cost of each item that I sold in September, it was $248.83. If I average that out between the 153 items, that's $1.86. I'm trying to keep that under $2. However, I am finding that if I'm paying $5, $8, then I'm making a little bit more money. So I'm trying to weigh that out and really working on comping things and looking at the sell-through rate and what things are actually selling for. I think that's important. I sold 75 items of women's clothing, 45 of men's clothing, 14 miscellaneous, so like the tent poles and all the homeschool curriculum, things like that. I sold 6 pairs of women's shoes and 4 kids' clothes items. Looking at my numbers backwards here. 36 items that I sold came from the bins, the Goodwill outlet. 29 came from garage sales, 24 from my favorite thrift store, and 11 items came from just local thrift store, like a specific local thrift store, and 10 of those items were ours. So again, like the tent poles and the homeschool curriculum, right? So what actually came into my account this month was $2,185.93. That's what eBay paid me this month. And what actually came out of my account for cost of goods, I bought other things like office supplies and shipping supplies, things like that. But the cost of goods that came out was $248.34. So that's really close to what my actual cost of goods was. So I'm happy with that. Okay, let's see. I did sell 4 things on Poshmark and nothing super interesting, except I did find it funny. I did sell 1 more Levi's jacket. So that was a total of 3 Levi's like jean jackets. Kind of funny. Let's see. I think that's it. I did want to say, if you noticed, the background is a little funny. It's because I'm in Durham, North Carolina, which is a long way away from home for me. Today is my husband and I's 20th wedding anniversary. We have been married for 20 years. That's crazy. he had a work conference and I came along with him, and I'm working too. So we're having so much fun in our downtime and just kind of exploring, and it's been a lot of fun. But I have been thrifting while he is at his conference. So next week will be a Durham, North Carolina thrift haul. Please go ahead and subscribe if you haven't already so that you don't miss that thrift haul. And you can check out another video right here, probably over my face. And I'll see you soon.